Jesse, I wanted to get your reaction specifically for this story, so thanks for joining me out here tonight. I know you. I've known you a while. I'm just curious. If you had been in the room when this teacher did that, what would you have said? What would you have done?
Well, I'll put it to you this way.
Okay.
The most
clean language.
Okay. The most aggravating part of this is poisoning young minds, is teaching young Americans that thing when they should be teaching love of country, to crap on the military. That part of it is aggravating. But I will tell you, as a veteran, and I can tell you this on behalf of the people who are overseas, real warriors do not care what some pencil neck teacher from California who would soil his women's underwear if he was overseas in 30 seconds. They don't care what he has to say about them. They really don't. I can't describe the indifference to it. It doesn't matter. What's that old saying? A lion cares not for the opinions of sheep. Some loser teacher we don't care about, some councilman in California. We care about real people. We care about people that love this country. We care about that kid. What a family that kid has. That kid's going to go on to do great things. So more than anything else, I'm mad that the kids have to sit there. How many rants have those kids heard that we didn't get recorded?
Right. I mean, and are you worried? You're raising your kids, of course, to be proud of their dad in the military. Are you worried this kind of thing, we could see more and more and more of it in public schools? I mean, I know you send your kids to private school, right? Was that part of the reason? Stuff like this?
We do, exactly for that reason. And the more insanity you hear about the things out of public schools, the more they gross you out. Now, that's not to indict all public schools or all teachers. There are so many great ones. But I want my kids in a non-government school, controlled environment where if I hear this from a teacher, we're going to have a chat, and we're going to have a chat that afternoon.
Yeah, sure. Help me understand something. We're not like, it's not Vietnam, right? What do you think, why do you think this guy said that? Where is this coming from? I mean, yes, we've got men and women overseas for a long time now, and I know there's a lot of fatigue and frustration with that, but like, where do you think he was coming from with all of this animus and hatred toward the military and this idea that no one good actually ends up there?
I think it's more common than you think. We've heard comments like this from John Kerry before about the troops in Iraq, and we've heard this from liberals time and time again, little snippets here, little recordings there. I'm not saying it's universal because so many of them have so much respect for the troops, but there's enough of that there where it's only the idiots who join the military. The real smart kids go to Harvard, and that's not quite the case.
I mean, the guy who sits next to me at this table every day got an Ivy League education, and everyone should know that, and he went on to serve in the U.S. Army. So military recruiting, this is another angle, has been getting tougher. Do you expect under Trump it to get tougher than that or improve, actually? What's your prediction on that?
I would hope the standards increase, actually.
Really?
We don't need to reduce standards at all, and definitely not for the military. It's not the place for social experimentation or some place to make you feel good about yourself. It's a place to arm American citizens so that they can go abroad and fight on behalf of the United States of America and kill the enemy.
Okay, so while you're here, while I have you, we talked about this yesterday, and there were a variety of opinions. Where do you stand on the military parade that Trump wants to have?
I don't care. It's a huge waste of time and money, in my opinion. But if it's going to be a parade, which it sounds like it's going to be, to celebrate our men and women in uniform, let's not make it out like it's North Korea with that dumpy guy running his nuclear weapons down the street. It's just going to be our people walking up and down D.C. getting celebrated for a day. Like I said, waste of time and money, but I don't care.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your perspective.